My name is Jane Monroe. I'm keeper of paintings, drawings and prints at the Fitzwilliam Museum. We're standing here in Gallery 1 of the Fitzwilliam Museum in Cambridge. It's a gallery in which we hang pictures of the early 20th century, both of British and European schools. In 2013, the museum had the great good fortune to acquire 5 works by Stanley Spencer, which significantly enhanced our existing collection of Spencer's work. All 5 works belong to Gwen Raverat, who was not only Charles Darwin's great-granddaughter, but a student friend of Spencer and remained his lifelong friend. The 5 works in question were allocated to the museum through the Acceptance and Lieu scheme, which gave the Fitzwilliam the opportunity to acquire them. We were able to do so with the generous funding of the Art Fund, the Wolfson Foundation, but also with the V&A Purchase Grant and our great supporters, the Friends of the Fitzwilliam Museum. This work is one of the earliest of the group that we acquired in 2013. It's called John Donne Arriving in Heaven, and it's actually one of the very earliest paintings that Spencer painted. He was still at the Slade School of Art when he painted it. This is one of a small group of paintings at the beginning of Spencer's career that feature something religious and also something about love, in this case the love of God. And these, of course, were themes that absolutely dominated Spencer's work throughout his career. This painting was chosen to be exhibited in the second post-impressionist exhibition in the Grafton Galleries in Bond Street in London in 1912. So a huge accolade for a 20-year-old artist. And there it hung in the last gallery alongside works by Picasso, Vlaminck, Matisse and Roger Fry, so artists by whom Spencer in this gallery now is surrounded. These 2 oil sketches were made by Spencer after he returned from the front. In 1916, he goes to Macedonia and serves in the 68th Field Ambulance Unit. These are very day-to-day, in some ways, scenes of military life with his fellow soldiers in Macedonia. We see the making of a Red Cross as a recognition element for aircraft, and they're scrubbing their clothes in the bed of the River Sturma. This oil sketch and the finished painting of the makers of the columns, the Tower of Babel, are what's left of his ideas for the commission to decorate the newly built University Library in Cambridge. You have a group of builders who were probably inspired by builders carrying hods of bricks whom he saw in his native Cookham. Spencer is very much one of the most significant British artists of the 20th century, who gives us an entire mythology and worldview. The acquisition of these 5 works can rightly be described as transformative. They cover the very part of Spencer's career which we didn't represent very well, particularly the early works. They also bring a new element of the autobiographical into the museum's collections, so it brilliantly complements our existing holdings.